Hey guys, Sri Lanka Sammy here. I'm back with my news update. Today is Thursday, June 9. I'm filming this in the morning. It'll go out Friday, June 10th morning. I want to apologize last time for the loud music. I'll try some softer music today. Maybe that will help, you know. I like to have music in the background. Just me talking feels kind of weird. Especially talking head. If I'm out walking around, it's a little bit different. And I have the window open today. I'm in my home office, obviously. I have the window open and there's a bunch of birds outside, so you might hear that too. Anyway, today's news. We're talking about the news. What's going on in Sri Lanka? Things have improved from my perspective. Again, please, I am only talking about how the news that you hear, how it's affecting my day-to-day life, okay? I'm not talking about everybody else or what you see on the news or what happened to you. What's happening to me, okay? So since last Friday, I have seen things turn around. On the weekend, I went out, like 2 days after I posted that last video, and the lineups were zero. I mean, you could see in the last video that I posted last Friday, we went for fuel at 11 o'clock at night, and 10 minutes we got fuel. This week, got fuel, no problem. Petrol, they call it petrol here. The only issue we're having right now is with the cooking gas. Looks like we might be able to get some. We're still negotiating or working with some vendors because lining up for it is not, the government publishes, or the company publishes where they're sending how many bottles. So and you can only go in your area. You have to register so that people don't go from place to place to place to place and hoard. But one of those 12.5 kilo cans could supply us for 4 months, 5 months. So if we can get two, that'll last us a year, which is what I'm trying to do before my parents come back from vacation next month. They publish like 300 bottles are going to this location, 400 to this location. And, my driver said don't bother even going because the lineup's like 800 people. So you're not going to get it. It's not even worth it. So we're trying to go through a secondhand vendor to try to get cooking gas. What else is going on? I went around last week on Wednesday, and then on Monday we went traveling as well. I had to go get my license, and you'll see that video up shortly. I had to go back on Monday. So we did like 175 kilometers. So we got fuel, no problem. We were driving all over the city, and I could see the lineups at the gas stations were negligible. But diesel is a big deal because that's not available. Now the government has announced that this week they're releasing huge amounts of fuel, diesel and petrol, to the stations, where normally they would only release 3,500 metric tons. They're releasing 5,000 metric tons. So that will do well for the next week or so. The electricity board was supposed to have a strike by the engineers, which was going to cause possibly an island-wide blackout, but that was alleviated at the last minute. Power cuts are down to like less than 2 hours. It's not affecting me because we have solar power. The only problem is I can't run the aircon or vacuum cleaner or washing machine or whatever during that time. But I have about 8 to 10 hours of power, even though the power cut is only about 2 hours. So the solar power system is working well. Let's look at the news. According to the news, 5 billion in funds for import payments is being secured through lines of credit. The Prime Minister's office has said. Now, the Prime Minister is the new Prime Minister who has come in Ranil Wickremesinghe, who's also been a former prime minister, and I've said this before. From what I've heard, he is probably one of the better people to be in place because he knows the people outside the country who can help us. So he's also now become the finance minister. So the money that they're negotiating is to pay for imports of fuel and medicine and food. So that is happening. I saw another news article. I don't have it saved because I'm reading off the news articles that I saved, indicating that he has asked for the IMF working committees to come this week or next week to set the stage for the parliamentary meetings. So they want to go through this very, very quickly. I want to take a moment right now just to say thank you to everyone who is supporting. No matter what you're doing, whether you're sending money to me, watching my YouTube channel, clicking my ads, doing those kinds of things, sending money to charity groups. If you're a local or an expat and you're bringing money in or sending money, whatever it is that you're doing, every single penny that you spend, share, or do helps the local economy. And that is how we're going to get out of this, is by spending money. Not local money, but imported money. And that's what I'm doing. Every time you watch one of my ads, I get that revenue. And that revenue is sitting outside of Sri Lanka and it comes into Sri Lanka. So that is helping, okay? So I do thank you for watching the ads. Subscribe, like, share. It gets my message out, and hopefully the more I get, the more I can spend, okay? Because I'm going to spend it. I'm going to spend it on living here and buying things from people and supporting the economy. So I did have one detractor who posted a comment saying that I should get out of my 5-star hotel and go down to the camp and do all of those things. But I have responsibilities. I have to take care of my family. I have contracts. I have to work. But I did go down to the camp. I did support one of my great viewers, subscribers, and my first member on my channel, paid member, supported by sending 100 Australian dollars, which I will talk about later once I get time to go and visit the family. I will do an off-screen interview and showing what that money did. It supported this family. It will help them pay bills, medical bills for the father, pay their gas and electric bill and water bill or whatever bills, and medicine, right? So thank you for everyone who's helping us. Also, I want to thank the global community. I know they're not here listening or watching, but India and Bangladesh for sending medicine, sending food, sending fertilizer so that we can plant crops and feed our own people. Thank you so much. Medicines that were donated by the Chinese government, 14 essential medicines arrived last week. Cancer and kidney problem, those types of medicines. It was about 28 million. This month, another phase of 28 million is coming. The first phase came and another phase is coming. The Chinese government has donated 75 million. Another 400 million of essential drugs were received by the Asian Development Bank and other countries. The Japanese government has also imported essential medicines and promised to import essential medicines in the next few months. And I don't know how great this news is, but for the first time in 5 months, the foreign reserves have increased from 1.92 million, increased to 1.92 million from 1.81 million. So 1.1 million was added to the National Reserve. And the foreign reserves have increased by 2 million US dollars. And gold reserves are up 2 million as well. So, that's a positive. It's not a huge amount of money, but when you consider it's basically zero, 1 million is a lot, considering. The government has increased taxes, increased income taxes, increased sales tax, increased a whole bunch of things, which is good. Fuel has gone up. It's now 420 rupees for petrol for 1 liter. I'm actually looking at, after I get my driver's license, to get a electric motorcycle. Since we have the solar power system, electricity is not going to be that big of a deal. The final news, and this is a bad news thing, and this happens in any society, in any country going through an economic hardship, is thefts and robberies and home break-ins have increased dramatically, 30% in the first 4 months of 2022. So that is a big concern. We have a security system, we have a person in the house, we have a dog, but it's places like our area, unfortunately, in the countryside where there's not a lot of people, in a quiet community where break-ins occur. We live behind a wall and all of our doors and windows are grilled, have iron gates on them, so it's difficult to break in. There was a break-in here once. My parents had one about 6 or 8 years ago. They had left the second floor open, and they had gone in and taken little things or something like that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But that is the negative side of this situation, where people are desperate for food, and will resort to criminal acts. And it's sad, but it's a natural fact that when economic downturn occurs, thefts and robberies, money crimes goes up. It's sad to say. Hopefully things looking good. Store shelves, their food is still there, although the quality is going down a little bit in the fresh foods. We went shopping yesterday, and we had to go to 2 different places because the food wasn't that good, according to our driver. Now, because we live in the in the city, we usually go to an outside area, one that is a little bit more remote, where the local people don't go. It's a slightly little bit more expensive, but the quality is there. So that may have been the reason. We went to 2 places where I normally don't go shopping at. We go to I don't go shopping. My parents go shopping, but I don't know. Just that we couldn't find the quality that my driver wanted to buy for fruits and vegetables. Anyway, that's the situation. I want to say again a big thank you to my supporters, my commenters. Please comment. Tell me what you want to hear, what you want me to talk about, what you want me to do, what you don't like. Because if I don't improve, I can't help you, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you get more information about what's going on. Please watch, like, comment, share, or don't share. Don't like. Do whatever it is you wish, and I will see you all on the next one. Sri Lanka Sammi, I'm out.